Ladies and gentlemen, the chief guest has arrived and he is already on the dais. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much. May I now request R.S. Sharma, sir, who is chairperson TRAI, to please take your seat on the dais. May I also request the other invitees, the guest of honor, Dr. Subhash Chandra, Member of Parliament, to please come on to the dais and take your seat. May I also request Mr. Rajiv Singh, who is the member, Finance, Prasar Bharati, to please come on the stage and take your seat. May I also request Amal Punchiheva from Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union to please come onto the stage and take your seat. A request to II George, President of BES, to please come and take your seat.
I request everyone to please switch off your mobile phones. Good morning and welcome everybody.
A very warm good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I, Karpi Basar, along with my co-host Shilpa Gupta, on behalf of Broadcast Engineering, welcome you to the inaugural ceremony of BES Expo 2017, International Conference and Exhibition on Hybrid Technologies in Broadcasting, New Opportunities. Today, on this very momentous day, it's our privilege and immense pleasure to have amongst us Honorable Minister of State, Information and Broadcasting, Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore, as the chief guest. Welcome, sir. We are also very honored to have Dr. Subhash Chandra, Member of Parliament, as our guest of honor, and also Mr. R.S. Sharma, Chairperson TRAI, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, also as our guest of honor, and Mr. Rajiv Singh, Member Finance, Prasar Bharati, also our guest of honor, and a special guest, Amal Punchiheva from Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union, and a host of other dignitaries present here. I once again extend a very hearty welcome to all of you present here. Today, we celebrate and acknowledge the efforts of thousands of people behind making India one of the prime and most advanced players in the field of disseminating information and entertainment, broadcasting news and vital information to cricket matches that make the nation still. Honorable Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore's Olympic medal to the Indian mission to Mars. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 1,000 faceless people, some present here, in this and many throughout the country, efforts of whom round the clock have made us witness the giant strides and steps of this ever-growing and always achieving nation. It is because of these very people that India has emerged as a broadcasting hub across the globe. For as they say, may the force be with you. Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin this program on a very beautiful note, a welcome gesture, the presentation of bouquet to our esteemed guests on the dais.
On this auspicious moment, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome our esteemed guests for sparing time and gracing the occasion with bouquet presentation, we express a heartfelt gratitude to them. I request Shri I.A. George, President of BES, to welcome our honorable guest, Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore, Minister of State with bouquet, for gracing the occasion in spite of his very busy schedule.
Thank you so much, sir, for accepting this bouquet.
Now I request A.V. Swaminathan from BES to present bouquet to Dr. Subhash Chandra, Member of Parliament.
A floral welcome to Member of Parliament Subhash Chandra, our guest of honor for today's evening function.
I request D.P. Singh, Vice President of BES, to present bouquet to Mr. R.S. Sharma, Chairman of TRI.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for accepting this bouquet. Welcome.
I request Y.K. Singh, Honorable Secretary, to present bouquet to Mr. Rajiv Singh, Member Finance, Prasar Bharati.
Thank you, Mr. Rajiv Singh, our guest of honor for today's function, Member Finance Prasar Bharati, for accepting it from Y.K. Singh, Honorary Secretary.
Now I request O.P. Rajpurohit, Honorable Treasurer, BES, to present bouquet to Dr. Amal Punchiheva.
Thank you, Dr. Amal Puncheva, for accepting this token of love, a welcome gesture, a bouquet from our O.P. Raj Purohit, who is the Honorary Treasurer of BES. Ladies and gentlemen, we asked God for a flower, and God gave us a whole bouquet. We asked God for a day, and God gave us a whole day. We asked God for true love, and God gave us that too. We asked for an angel, and God gave us you. Thank you so much, all the dignitaries present and the diyas, for accepting this welcome.
It's the time for the lamp lighting ceremony. I request our Honorable Chief Guest, Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore, to do the honor inaugurating BES Expo 2017. There I request all the dignitaries to join the lamp lighting ceremony.
Next is the lighting of the lamp ceremony. May I request our Chief Guest, Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore, to please conduct the lighting of the lamp for the auspicious beginning of this beautiful function.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lamp is a symbol of prosperity, success and goodwill, entering into a new era, welcoming the challenges, taking broadcasting on high level from here on. Heartfelt congratulations to each one of you at this very gracious and special moment of inauguration of BES Expo 2017.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest lights the lamp, and you can see our guest of honor lighting the lamp, and with this, a very auspicious beginning of this program, lead us from darkness to light. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. BES Expo 2017, Conference on Terrestrial and Satellite Broadcasting, is the 23rd in the series of events organized by Broadcasting Engineer Society. This event follows BES Expo 2016, which was appreciated by both exhibitors and visitors. Such was the scale of the event that nearly 300 companies from 25 countries participated in the expo directly or indirectly. the main annual event of the broadcast industry in the country, it is an exciting platform where latest product innovations are showcased and also serves as a test for perceived reception of new products and technologies in the Indian market. BES Expo 2017 will provide a unique platform and opportunity for participants and concerned stakeholders from across the world to share their ideas and experiences on the opportunities and challenges of the new age digital broadcasting. As our Honorable MOS said last year, an idea would not be revolutionary if it remains dormant, and BES Expo 2017 is going to provide an excellent forum to discuss these ideas and learn from each other. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a brief introduction of the BES Expo 2017, and now we'll begin with the program. May I now welcome I. George, President BES, a very dynamic member, to please give the welcome address.
Respected Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathorji, Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Sri Subhash Chandra Ji, Member of Parliament, Sri R.S. Sharma, Chairman, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, Sri Rajiv Singh, Member Finance of Prasar Bharati, Mr. Amal Punjiheva, Technical Director, Asia Pacific Broadcast Union, Malaysia, senior officials from Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, officers of Prasar Bharati, All India Radio and Doordarshan, distinguished fellows, members, associates of BES, delegates, members of media, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you and warm welcome to the 23rd International BES Expo and Conference on Terrestrial and Satellite Broadcasting. Broadcast Engineering Society, established in the year 1987 with the purpose of disseminating knowledge among broadcast professionals in India and neighboring countries, is a non-profit organization. It has over 2,500 individual members, 50 corporate members, 12 local chapters. Initially, the members were mainly from the public service broadcaster, but now it has expanded wide across the broadcasting industry and private channels. It conducts seminars, workshops, and tutorials at different parts of the country for the benefit of its members, and also publish quarterly magazines and newsletters. It also gives professional support and consultancy whenever required. BES Expo is the mega event of the society, 23rd in the series now, conducted every year, which draws the attraction of broadcast professionals within the country and countries of South Asia. The concurrently running conference associated with this expo attracts about 50 speakers, many of them from abroad, every year. Nearly 4,000 visitors come to experience the equipments displayed in this exhibition, and around 1,000 professionals attend the 3-day conference. Navigating technological disruption due to rapidly evolving technology is the major challenge faced by broadcasters. There is no other field of engineering which has got such a short span of life as far as technology is concerned. Due to this, the traditional terrestrial broadcasting has taken a push due to the emergence of multiple platforms of content distribution. Countries like India, with a huge population and multitude of languages, brought the necessity of variety in entertainment and information. That is why today the country has more than 800 channels beaming from the sky and distributed through cable. The sheer volume of numbers brought down the cost of desktop box, making the digital technology affordable to common man even in the remote areas not accessible by conventional terrestrial broadcasting. However, with all these diverse technologies in place, The traditional broadcasting of TV and radio through terrestrial mode, including medium wave and short wave, will continue to serve in analog or digital mode due to wide linguistic demography, hilly terrains, and strategic importance of our country. Sudden withdrawal of any kind of transmission methods would be detrimental and should not be taken in haste, keeping the larger interest of the nation, especially for the situations like disasters and emergencies. Digitization of broadcasting is happening around the world, and many nations have fixed a deadline. In India, we have gone fully digital in satellite and cable modes of broadcasting. This was possible by the coordinated efforts by the government of India. Now, this has to happen in terrestrial mode, that is, television broadcasting and radio broadcasting in AM and FM transmission. Though the process has started, it did not succeed so far in a big way. To achieve this, BES proposes following initiatives to be taken by all the stakeholders. 1. Fix a cutoff date to switch over to digital in all modes of broadcasting. 2. Make it compulsory to have digital technology-enabled receivers in TV sets, radio sets, and car radios. 3. Generate exclusive digital content for digital broadcast to make it attractive with multiplex of programs involving both public and private sector broadcasters. If we make such a coordinated effort, new digital receivers will flood the market at affordable rates, which is a must for the success of any technology. The emergence of internet-based content distribution through OTT, LTE, and other modes to a sizable amount of young population made wider ramification in the already congested broadcasting industry. It is in this context, the theme of this year's BES conference is titled as Hybrid Technologies in Broadcasting, New Opportunities. Implementing these modes of content delivery requires faster decision making. This conference has 6 sections dealing with a variety of topics in terrestrial, satellite, OTT, and hybrid platforms of delivery. Besides, an exclusive session on broadcast regulations is also kept for the benefit of the industry. The tutorial sessions scheduled today will pay for the in-depth description of new technologies. I am sure the 3-day conference will throw open these technologies under discussion and will generate lots of deliberations to weigh the pros and cons. Wishing you all a good interactive experience in this conference and a closer look at various equipment on display in this exhibition. With this, I conclude. I welcome all the distinguished guests, speakers, delegates, industry personnel, broadcasters, and the press to this prestigious event. Thank you.
He has also completed postgraduate study in business management. He began his professional career in Sri Lanka with the national broadcaster SLRC. In 2002, he joined the Institute of Information Sciences and Technology at Massey University in New Zealand as senior lecturer and researcher. For technical keynote address, I like to request Dr. Amal Punchiheva. Sir, please come and grace the occasion.
Can you ask them to load my program? Honorable Minister, Honorable Member of Parliament, Chairman TRAI, Director of Finance Prasad Bharati, President and the Honorable Secretary of BES. While they are loading my presentation, wish you all a very pleasant morning and So as you could see from the theme of the the conference this time, 23rd broadcast. No, no. I kept it on the laptop that was here, and they said everything is okay. I think you changed the notebook. No, give it a try. Yeah, just play that one. Yeah, good. Honorable Minister has other commitments today. So my presentation today will be addressing on the theme of the conference, which is the hybrid technologies for broadcasting, new opportunities. So what's broadcasting? We have been talking about broadcasting for many years, and it has evolved over the time. But what holds today as a formal definition of broadcasting still with ITU, which talks about the delivery of content through the emissions from over there using the frequencies. But this could be through over there using the ground station, what we call the terrestrial, or it could be through the satellite broadcasting using the satellite. But in recent times, with the convergence of technologies, the telecom technologies have been changing. So there is the emergence of what's called a broadband. So these broadband operations have changed the way that the broadcasting operates. And this No, you are looking at the wrong one. So this is the outline of my presentation. I need to quickly run through because I have wasted lots of time in setting it up. So as I told you, I'll give you a quick definition of broadcasting, and then I'll tell you what is meant by the hybrid broadcasting, especially what are the hybrid technologies that will help broadcasting over the time, and how the media landscape is changing. Because when we talk about broadcasting, it's for the sound as well as for the pictures, which is the television. And this change coming from the market side and from the consumer side, which is the audience. And then it's all about what are the new opportunities. So I'll tell you what are the opportunities that we have been enjoying. Have we fully exploited them? If not, what we need to do to exploit them, and also what are the new opportunities that are at your door front today you should be embraced very soon. So this is the formal definition of broadcasting, which I'm not going to spell out. As I told you, it's mainly around the delivery through the sound broadcasting. And then people are a little reluctant to come up with the broadcast definition as the media field is changing so rapidly. It's harder to keep a definition, a static definition. But the hybrid technologies that we are talking about, that's not new for media. That's not new for television and radio. In radio, we use what's called the radio data system in the audio signal. And in the television, we have used teletext and then ghost cancellation reference. All these are digital signals. So this hybrid technology has been in use for quite a long time. So that's not new for audio broadcasting that we have enjoyed nearly a half a century. And then having come to the digital, again, we are talking about some hybrid technologies, and using these hybrid technologies, certain services can be offered as hybrid services. And this is so important today because of the rapid changes in technology. So one of the key examples I would like to quote, what we have observed in our region is about the integrated broadcast broadband, which has been happening in our region. And there are 5 countries, those who are really enjoying the benefits of such technologies. So what's happening in the consumption pattern? This has been changed because not only the changes that are happening in the television or radio market, but also other markets like telecommunication, the mobile phones, and then the working pattern, the busy life. So all of these have changed that one. But one thing I would like to remind you is that even today, the over-the-air consumption, over-the-air broadcasting remains the core. It remains the core. We cannot drop that and say, okay, this is the other option to deliver, because we have been talked about what's called the multi-platform delivery for last few years. And today we are looking at truly what's hybrid is and then what new opportunities that will offer. So to confidently tell this, do we have enough research? Yes, there are some research happening in the other part of the world. So this I gathered from the EBU technical magazine, which is the latest one, which tells the 3 important aspects. One is each country, the way they consume media is different. And also, if you look at very carefully, live television is the key today. And then those who watch what's called online, what do they watch? They also watch what we produce for our normal broadcasting. And that is consumed mainly through Wi-Fi, not through the wireless broadband, not through the fixed line broadband, but through the wireless broadband. So these are the current scenario. This will change over the time. ITU has been taking quite a lot of steps to improve this. So this has helped over the period of time to come what's called the video on demand as a new form of media delivery, what's called over the top. And there are some good examples of these. And if you look at, if you go to a conference, you will hear lots of people talking about the rapid growth of this. But I'm very conservative on this one because nowadays we are talking a little bit about the churn on those services. So now we are reaching certain level of stability, certain level of equilibrium in this ecosystem. But the OTT will offer you the global reach, and also it will offer you new opportunities in subtitling. You have multi-languages, so it's possible to do subtitling. And then the technologies are developing today. As we know, India is one of the key countries for IT, so the auto translation of these subtitling. But we also need to keep in mind that what's the growth rate, and it could happen over the period of time. So please note, I'm not talking about the penetration, I'm talking about how many do access a broadband. So the latest report published in 2016 by ITU said only half the population in the world do access broadband. Though they may not opt to do that. So one example is in UK, so there is a 100% population coverage, 100% geographical coverage, but only 80% do opt to do that. So if you want to have the universal access, still it's important to have the over-the-air and the broadband. So this is a diagram that I've shown you in my previous speeches at the broadcast BES conferences. So here it shows what's called the quality assured services and or managed services and the unmanaged services. So my idea is, over the period of time, all these 6 quadrants will be merged into the center one, where certain technologies and the services will be compromising, and then some of the other services will be upscaling to the next level. One of the other key things that you will find today with the advancement of the IT technology, which helps the broadcasting, is the return channel. So that helps us to get what's called a customer relationship maintaining link. We did not have that return link in the past. So this provides a link to that, which allow us to find out the favorite profiles of our audience, and also they could have access to anytime, anywhere, any device with this mechanism. And also, once you have some of this data, it allows you to do some analysis of this data and collect some analytics. So you have an exact number of how many of people are watching you, and what program they want, and how, to what extent, what time, right? But there are challenges. Though all of these, they do not come free. So one is the access delivery mechanism. Not everyone has access to every mechanism. Not everybody do have a mobile phone, access to wireless broadband, or some other measure. So still there is a room for other aspects. And also, when they do have access, technically, but can they afford to do that? And also, is there enough capacity to do that? And as I told you, we tend to forget in recent times the churn, and which is sometimes due to the poor capacity, poor capabilities of the networks that has been delivered. One of the key things that I want to tell in today's keynote was the other hybrid that is evolving, which allows the broadcaster to be more agile, more flexible. So what's called the software-defined networks, and then the network function visualization, which are part of the IT, allows the broadcasters to scale and start operation, not make a very large investment at initial stages. But again, that will not come with free, so there will be other issues like cybersecurity, which we need to address, which we have been addressing. So if I summarize quickly some of the things that are happening in the recent times, this broadband penetration increasing, but it's not enough penetration, not enough speed. And then if you really require good coverage, good access, you need to provide a proper mix of over the air, over the broadband, and other means of accessing them, which assure what's called the universal access. So at a disaster time, we can reach everybody through some method. And we also need to do something. So to wrap up my keynote, I would like to make a few recommendations. IPTV has been one of the major operations of telcos in the past for many years, but did not have much customer base. But I'm sure they will be concentrating on this, expanding in future with a CDN and OTT, which also we, as a broadcasters, we could embrace, and which we are doing. And if anyone broadcaster has not embraced what's called the integrated broadcast broadband, or like technologies like HBB TV, it's time to do that. In our Asia Pacific, we have 5 success cases, and then that allows us also to offer what's called the over-the-top services, that's using unmanaged networks. And then big data and analytics can be used once you have that one. And also, this year, you need to be very carefully looking at how you can embrace IP for your production. We have been looking at that in the past for delivery. Now time has come to see how we can do that which save money. But again, keep in mind that all of these, they do not come free. So there will be challenges in change management. This is the most difficult part rather than the technical part of it, and also the human resource development and the cybersecurity. So with that, I conclude my keynote. Thank you very much for your patience, and I do apologize once again for the hiccup at the beginning. Thank you.
That was the technical keynote address by Dr. Amal Punchiheva from Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, sir, so much for enlightening us on the very theme of the BES Expo 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, now an address by Mr. Rajiv Singh, who's member Prasar Bharati, Finance. But before that, I'd like to say a few words on him. An engineer and MBA by qualification, he worked and gained exposure to various facets of finance and general administration, and also that of personal administration in different departments of the government and its PSUs before joining as the member Finance Prasar Bharati. May I now request our guest of honor, Mr. Rajiv Singh, to please address the gathering. Sir.
Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Colonel R.V.S. Rathore Saab, Honorable Member of Parliament, Shri Subhash Chandra Sahab, Chairman TRAI, R.S. Sharma Sahab, distinguished guests on the dais, in the audience, my dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor and privilege to be invited to address this august gathering. I can see almost all the nation's talent in broadcasting and engineering sector present here. Not only nations, but international talent is also available. With such a presence, it is a humbling experience to talk about technology. However, as a user, I would request the BES to deliberate on the issues which are there in front of all of us to solve. I have seen the itinerary and the program, various issues you are going to deliberate upon. Today, when I see this field, there are many questions which seek our attention for answers. One, the choice of technology. Whether it has to be the delivery medium DTH or DTT. If DTT, whether it shall be fixed or mobile TV, or both. Of course, one would say, why not have all? But resources and our attention is limited. Even if it is a DTT, we all are realizing there is a tremendous growth in the field of OTT. With the prices of bandwidth crashing, with operators offering free SIM cards and free data for 6 months and years, what would be the scenario and what shall be the medium of delivery? Will it be prudent to invest in alternative mediums? If yes, then in which geographical areas, which market? We all know linear TV is losing its sheen. Today, it is a time to find out how much disposable time your target customer, your audience has. We are seeing so much growth that even e-commerce industries are coming in, vying for attention of the same subscriber which all are trying to service. The recent example is Amazon has also entered into this field where they are delivering the content to the people, competing with the rest of the broadcasters. Is there a future for all these current mediums? This is one question which keep on plaguing at least a finance mind who has to think about resources also. Telecom and broadcasting, both are entering into each other's area. Netflix, utilization of white space, all these are competing paradigms and ideas vying for attention of all of us. It doesn't end here. Look at radio. Is it to be FM or DRM or DAB? OTT is still competing in this area also. Then having the scenario of evolution of ecosystem and the cost of receivers. We have the cases of simulcast. We are transmitting the same signals in digital form also and analog form also. When the subscriber has the choice to stick to the old paradigm, it is very difficult to shift to the new one. To popularize the new one, which is more efficient, we have to switch off the old one. But the ecosystem is not there. So we have this question, shall I bring the premium content on the digital one for which the ecosystem is not available? Then I end up in a scenario, I have the signals, not the ecosystem to receive it. Or otherwise, there are ecosystem, there are receivers in the market, but no signals to catch them to. In the midst of all these questions, there is a dilution of focus on the man for whom all these facilities are being generated. I request that for the next 3 days in your deliberations, we must have the purpose always as the central theme and not lose focus on the man who is going to use all the infrastructure we are going to create. We must also cater to the population at the bottom of pyramid, who need all these services, but who do not have the means to pay for it. For this particular reason, we have to find out the most efficient and most effective technologies to deliver the content we want to take to the people. It is the result of all your deliberations which will help managers like me to reach a decision. On the basis of your inputs, the infrastructure of tomorrow will be built. With this view in mind, I wish you all the best for a very productive, invigorating, thought-provoking, and solution-churning session for the next few days. May you get all the answers we seek. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for addressing the occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest belongs to 1978 batch of the Indian Administrative Service. He has received the Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration in 2008. He is a very tech-savvy officer and attitude to solve the problems using technology. Thereby, I request Shri R.S. Sharma, Chairman of TRI, to release the exhibition directory. Sir, please do the honor. The exhibition directory contains the information about all the participating exhibitors and their products. I request Sri R.S. Sharma ji, Chairman of TRI, to release the exhibition directory. It's a moment of honor releasing the exhibition directory. It contains the information about all the participating exhibitors and their products. Now I request Mr. R.S. Sharma, Chairman of TRI, to address the occasion.
Good morning, friends. Honorable Chief Guest of this function, Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore, Minister. Dr. Subhash Chandra ji, Member of Parliament. Mr. Rajiv Singh, Member Finance of Prasar Bharati. Other dignitaries on the dais. Friends, first of all, let me congratulate the organizers for organizing this seminar and expo for 3 days. And as my previous speaker said, Rajiv Singh, that this is going to bring about a lot of discussions on how to move forward in the technology space. As you know, digital, if you know, whenever we talk in such conferences or such meetings, the most often used word is digital. In the budget also yesterday you saw, digital is the most often used word, whether it is digital financial inclusion, whether it is cashless, digital transactions, whether it is, so digitization, digital, these are very, very, very important and powerful words, and they are actually transforming the entire technology space. They are disrupting the entire number of sectors. So I think that is something which we have to understand. Interestingly, digital also is cost effective. Digital technologies use much more resources, much more optimally. Yesterday we were seeing a presentation and it was told that while the analog technology or analog variant of the same delivery takes 3 times the bandwidth, digital can have 3 channels in the same bandwidth. So digital is certainly much more resource, not resource hungry as the other technologies are. It is certainly cost effective. In terms of quality, there's no doubt that, quality, you may remember those days when you used to copy films from one sort of drive to another one, and suddenly the quality will deteriorate, and nowadays you can make n number of copies. Each copy is exactly the same as the original. So digital is certainly in terms of quality, it is very much better than the analog technologies. So I think what has happened, and then in this space, broadcasting space also, as you are aware, we have had these programs of digitization, and now I think the last phase of that is complete, and India should be one of the few countries which has more or less completed the digitization process in the broadcasting sector. So I think we are quite ahead in terms of digital technologies. The Honorable Prime Minister's program of Digital India, which seeks to transform India into a digitally empowered society, and a knowledge economy actually is moving in various, all the pillars of that program are moving at very fast speed, and therefore now you are seeing digital transactions, digital technologies, OTT, all these technologies are taking place. It is true that we have the issue of migrating from legacy technologies to digital technologies. But then I think there are, ways and means in which that migration path can be defined, and therefore the pain of the people can be minimized. Often an argument which is given not to shift to digital technologies is that there is a lack of ecosystem. Rajiv talked about that. Yes, in the beginning it is always a chicken and egg situation. There will be less ecosystem. The equipment will also be costly because the scale is not there. But as you move forward, this is the right way to move, you will find that all the advantages you will be able to leverage of digital technologies in the coming days. So I think it is important that we move to the digital path very quickly and leverage technologies. One more idea, usual the argument is given, which technology to adopt. And many a times we become, slaves to a technology because of business interest, because of some other reasons. And then we say, no, I'll not move to that, this is the right one. And we become kind of, because our business interests are there, and therefore we don't want disruption to take place. All these technologies are extremely disruptive, and they disrupt the established business models also. So therefore, we always get tied on to that. My personal view is that we should not really get tied to a particular technology. We should try all technologies to see which is good for our country, which is good for our environment, which is good for us. That's what we should do, and it is possible to make all these technologies interoperable by establishing clear APIs among them, how they talk to each other. So therefore, binding ourselves down to a technology will not work, and I'm very happy to see that the theme of the seminar is hybrid technologies, because we should really use multiple technologies to deliver what should be delivered at the best possible price. Now, what has happened is basically now today we have also the convergence in technologies making it possible to deliver multiple contents on the same form factor and using that same pipe to deliver multiple type of content. So for example, the cable TV, which is largely digital in our country, 101 million cable TV to the last count, that cable TV can become an extremely powerful vehicle to deliver robust broadband to the houses. The same pipe which delivers TV content can deliver broadband also. And this is a recommendation which we have given to the government, and we have been pursuing with this because we feel in India, see, now you have distribution models. And as just now mentioned in the keynote speech, that you must use broadband will be used for delivering content in a non-linear fashion. Now this is okay provided you have adequate pipes for the broadband. You can't always watch TV or content, digital content on broadband or the wireless. If these existing channels can be used for delivering broadband too, it will be a great thing. India has the unfortunate disadvantage of not having too much piped infrastructure. When we began the telecom revolution, at that time we just had about 20 million fixed telephone lines, which can be used for delivering broadband. Today also, copper lines and other kinds of things. Unfortunately, since then the lines have not increased. So the result is that you have very low fixed infrastructure. The good news is that now this infrastructure of cable TV can be leveraged to deliver broadband, and we must use that. I mean, there is no reason why we should not, sort of fine-tune the policies to ensure that we take advantage of this pipe. This pipe is, vacant. Let some broadband flow and bits and bytes flow through this pipe. So I think that's also very important. Now, digital terrestrial transmission is what is extremely important, and we have paid special attention to the digitization of broadcasting platform, and migration to DTT offers huge opportunities, as you said in your theme also, hybrid technologies, new opportunities. So DTT offers a great opportunity. World over, countries have already migrated from analog terrestrial TV transmission, broadcasting to digital, and many others are in the process. We, however, continue to lag behind. The new digital technologies make efficient use of frequency spectrum. Like other resources, they also make use of frequency spectrum. The optimum utilization of spectrum resources will open new opportunities. We will be able to have more channels in the same space. TRAI has recently released, we have released recently, a couple of days back, recommendations on DTT, and have submitted to the government, the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, and I'm sure the Honorable Minister and his department will take note of this and accept our recommendation. I'm told that All India Radio has started digital radio services in the country, and yesterday we had some experience of that in one of the presentations, and about 30 digital radio transmitters have already been installed for this purpose. These developments need to be carried forward while taking into account a comprehensive view of investment requirements, timeline, new content for services, and receiver ecosystem. Yes, receiver ecosystem is an issue, but I think now the cost of receivers going down, and it is becoming a software-defined network kind of thing where the chipset can include those facilities. I think it should be possible. Our objective is to create a facilitating environment for digitizing the huge broadcasting infrastructure in the country at the earliest, so that digital broadcasting platforms could be synergized with other digital infrastructure to foster innovation in delivery of social development and other services to the citizens as a significant part of Digital India mission. Now, one of the issues in the broadcasting sector is the set-top box interoperability. You have that cable and other things, set-top box. If I change my provider, I have to change the set-top box also. Now, this is really not, doesn't sound logically right, because if I have the same handset and I can change my providers, I can just plug in the SIM of Airtel or Vodafone or Reliance Jio or whatever. I don't need to change the sort of mobile handset. In the broadcasting sector, if I change the provider, I have to change my set-top box. Now, logically, it doesn't sound right. It should be possible to have separation of the specific kind of content or specific issues relating to a service provider, ingrain them into a card or a whatever you want chip, and then the rest of the stuff can be standard. And we have, this has been tried in the past, but somehow it did not succeed. We feel that we are at a stage now where, with the help of the CDOT, the Center for Development of Telematics, and other, sort of institutions like IIT Bombay, Bangalore, we are trying to develop this interoperable set-top box. And I must share this news with you that we are at a fairly advanced stage where they seem to have solved a lot of problems. For example, one of the issues which the broadcasters point out is certainly the IPR related issues, that their content should not be able to be kind of taken away or stolen. This is one of the most important issues, and obviously any solution which is going to come up will have to take care of this particular concern. And obviously we are not going to implement it today, but we will do so with the consultation of all the stakeholders. Once the technology has been perfected, it is the satisfaction of everybody, because then I think there will be a scaling up of these devices, the cost will come down, consumer will benefit, and everybody else will also benefit. So that's the broad roadmap which we think will be very important for interoperability of set-top boxes. We are also sort of bringing out a paper on the ease of doing business in this particular sector, both in the telecom sector and also in the broadcasting sector, consulting various stakeholders, what processes can be further simplified, what processes can be done away with, So that, and we will obviously, we are not the persons or guys, the agency which describes these processes. We will submit our recommendations to the government concerned departments, and they'll probably be able to take a call. I think I'm very happy to see that this conference has chosen some of those relevant areas to deliberate upon. Hybrid technologies are important and encompass broadcasting and broadband for delivery of services and access. I think this is a sector which is actually at a cusp of a transformation in some sense, because the traditional delivery models or delivery channels, they are being disrupted due to various new technologies and new ways of doing things, OTT and other kinds of things. And I think this is necessary that the sector takes cognizance of these new technologies and methods and adapts itself so that it is a win-win-win for everybody, the sector, the other stakeholders, and also the consumers. We noticed that a number of experts from abroad are also participating in the conference, and OEMs are also displaying their equipments and technologies. I congratulate BES for holding the conference on such important issues, and I'm sure that the deliberations will result in developing strategies and recommendations for addressing some of the concerns relating to broadcasting sector in India. Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech. Indeed, very informative and insightful. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our guest of honor, Dr. Subhash Chandra, Member of Parliament. Born on 30th 1950 to Nand Kishore Goenka and Tara Devin Goenka in Hisar district, Haryana, Dr. Subhash Chandra, the pragmatic founder and chairperson of SL Group of Companies, is amongst the top leaders of global media and entertainment industry. A MP in the Rajya Sabha representing the state of Haryana, Dr. Subhash Chandra is the living embodiment of a truly self-made man, and is not only made in, but made for India. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to request our guest of honor, Dr. Subhash Chandra, to please come forward and firstly release the conference proceedings. Ladies and gentlemen, conference proceedings, a compilation of papers to be presented during the course of the conference, a discussion on emerging technologies in the field of broadcasting. As our guest of honor, Dr. Subhash Chandra, Member of Parliament, releases this conference proceedings, and also our chief guest, Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, releases this conference proceedings. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, once again. Thank you. And now, may I invite Dr. Subhash Chandra to please say a few words.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. My dear friend Rajyavardhan Singh Ji Rathore, Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, very learned. It's heartening to see when a regulator knows the nitty-gritty of your business which he is regulating. It makes the life easier for everyone. Mr. R.S. Sharma, Mr. Punchiava, Mr. Rajiv Singh, Mr. Y.K. Singh, BES President, Mr. George, delegates from all the foreign countries, my fellow colleagues, Indian broadcasters, ladies and gentlemen. On 2nd October 1992, in a small broadcast center in Hong Kong, 3 Indians very quietly started an operation Indian Standard Time 7 p.m. And the first private sector satellite broadcasting began in this country. There was no celebrations. There were no Panditji performing puja or nothing. On the machine we used to call library management system machine, bought at that time $150,000. Only one family in Cuff Parade in Mumbai knew that it is going to happen. And the cable operator in Cuff Parade gave connection to my home to see that broadcast. And as Mr. George said, today we have here 800 satellite television stations, employing 12 million people working in both content creation, technology, distribution, cable operation, you name it. Did I know that time that this tiger will become such a huge monster? No. Probably if I knew that, I would not have started it. I think today the whole thing has come 360 degrees. I'm, for the first time, addressing the broadcaster engineers since we started ZTV. Couldn't stop myself to become nostalgic. 1990, I had set up an amusement park called SL World in Mumbai. And the system of the country, that state, gave me so much trouble while setting up that amusement park, Sharmaji. They imposed 150% entertainment duty on that amusement park, which was meant for the children. Despite making requests and so many things, could not move the bureaucracy of that time. They said entertainment is entertainment, whether cinema or amusement park. So that was the kind of scenario. Though we set it up somehow, but had some desire, burning desire inside me, that there should be somebody who should become a bridge between the governors and the governed. And what to do? Somebody someday suggested, let's bring something closer to the home through entertainment, start bringing news, do something like that. And Rajwardhan ji, that time, 1990 May, I went to Nepal because law was that the broadcasting was reserved for public sector in India, rightly so. So we said, what to do? How to broadcast? So a brilliant idea came that India has got sea 3 sides, put some old barges around, and go to Nepal and put transmitters from the Himalayas, cover the countries all around like that, and start broadcasting television. Nepal, Indian ambassador, he said, oh, very good idea, but we will not let that happen. We will not let Nepalese government to give you permission to do this. So what was the answer? Karna to hai. Us waqt, I would rather also request my fellow Indian colleagues to translate what I'm going to say now to our foreign guests. सो चंद्रगुप्त ने पूछा चाणक्य से कि भाई अगर किस्मत में पहले से ही लिखा जा चुका है कि हमें क्या करना है, क्या बनना है, क्या हमारे साथ होना है, तो फिर कोशिश क्यों करनी? चाणक्य ने जवाब दिया, इसलिए कि हो सकता है तुम्हारी किस्मत में लिखा हो कि ये कोशिश करने के बाद ही मिलेगा। तो हमने कहा कोशिश तो करनी चाहिए। सो वन ऑफ योर कलीग्स, मिस्टर जॉर्ज, मिस्टर R.S. Bisaria, I still remember, I was remembering this morning coming here, he was the deputy chief engineer of Doordarshan, Prasar Bharati. Somebody introduced me to him. I said to him, I'm an NRI. At that time, I posed as if I'm an NRI. I was not. Because NRIs had a lot of money to waste. So told him I am NRI and I have come and I want to start a television station in India. He looked at me and as if I have come from a different planet. But he said, oh, satellite television is the answer. Now, what is satellite? Didn't know. So to explain, he explained me very simple terms that imagine a mirror in the sky, you beam something, put some light on that, and that mirror will push back those signals. हाँ, ये बात तो समझ में आई. This is the satellite. So it took about 6 months and 25,000 rupees. Mr. Bisaria and 2 of his other colleagues made a feasibility report of starting television, satellite television in India. That report is still very precious possession of mine. I'll always keep that. And that's how the whole thing came. I know there's a lot of technological issues you are going to discuss. Analog was the time, that time the satellite owner asked $5 million per annum rent from me, which we gave. He had an option to take 25% equity of the ZTV channel, but he said, oh, there's no money in India. I'm not going to take any equity or anything. I'm sure he must be repenting that now. So such was the scenario. And here we are. And where we are going to go, very clearly last week my colleagues in Z Network were explaining me that the television, which some of my speakers mentioned that is going to be linear, linear TV is losing its stream. I think otherwise, Rajiv. I think it will become and turn into a marketplace. Television turning into a marketplace where you will be able to not only watch the program of your choice, at the time of your choice, but also 2 people, one sitting in New Delhi and another sitting in New York, can certainly play a basketball game on the same television screen. Physical game. You can you can test the perfume you want to buy by smelling it from the television when it is being displayed. Or you will be able to, when you watch a cookery program, a 3D printer can print that food and you can taste that food. Yes, these are realities. These are likely to be realities. And Z Network is working on these concepts. we'll probably surprise the world soon by launching some similar products. But no matter where these technologies go, including if in Latin America I'm beaming my Indian programming, they can certainly, sitting there in real time, watch the program with subtitling in Latin American or any other language, German language in Germany or any such thing. So these things are going to be possibilities, but I'm certainly going to say only one thing, that we all have to be still conscious that ultimately it's the consumer experience which will ultimately give our bread and butter. We cannot expect the consumer to become so technically savvy and fight with the technology. So let's only be cognizant of that issue, that ultimately consumer experience is going to be the king and final deciding factor on the technology which we are going to use or not going to use. With this, once again, welcome to India. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Here, a stalwart and a successful fighter like you. Thank you once again, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, BES of India has instituted awards for the promotion and recognition of talents in broadcast fraternity. We start with the BES Awards for outstanding contributions in the field of broadcast engineering. The first category of award is Mukul N. Trivedi Award. This award is given for the best technical innovation in the field of engineering, All India Radio and Doordarshan. The team of engineers from DDK Chennai has done a phenomenal work in the area of newsroom and studio automation. The award goes to Shri S. Guru Manikam, Shri R. Arul and Shri K. Balaji, all from DDK Chennai. I request Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore to honor the award distribution ceremony.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this was the much-awaited award ceremony on the momentous occasion of this BES Expo 2017.
The awardees, please come on the stage. Shri S. Guru Manikam, Shri R. Arul and Shri K. Balaji.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest, Honorable Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, giving away the award to the deserving awardees in the first category, Mukul N. Trivedi Award.
Shri R. Arul, DDK Chennai, Shri K. Balaji, DDK Chennai. I request Shri R. Arul to collect the award on behalf of Shri S. Guru Manikam, as he is not there between us today.
Ladies and gentlemen, this calls for a round of applause. Congratulations to the awardees.
Now I request Shri K. Balaji to come and collect the award.
Ladies and gentlemen, and the next category of award is
on behalf of Shri S. Guru Manikam, I request you to collect the award.
Thank you so much. And the next is Dr. Vasumal Hazarimal Mirani Award. This award's been instituted by Mr. C.V. Mirani, a life fellow of BES in the memory of his father, late Dr. Vasumal Hazarimal Mirani. This award is being given for the best technical, innovative work in the field of digital technology relating to broadcasting. And the award goes to Shri M.S. Duhan, DDG Engineering, AIR and DD New Delhi. The success of technology rely on its adaptability of the end use, and he has made significant contribution in expansion and receiving ecosystem and digital terrestrial television. Please welcome for the Dr. Vasumal Hazarimal Mirani Award, M.S. Duhan.
Congratulations.
Now, the D.V. Nirmal and Mangal Sen Award. This award is an outcome of a donation made to the society by D.V. Niram and Mangal Sen Trust. It's been given annually to a person who is a member of BES for outstanding contribution in the field of broadcast research and development during the last 5 years. Green and conservation of energy are buzzwords of today. The team of Tiruchirappalli has contributed in energy automation system. May I request the awardees, Srimati M. Vasuki, DDG AIR Tiruchirappalli, Shri S. Kannan, Engineering Assistant AIR Tiruchirappalli, and Shri R.Y.R. Muthu, Technician from AIR Tiruchirappalli, for the award D.V. Nirmal and Mangal Sen Award. And doing the honors is
Congratulations. Now we have Venkateshwarlu Nori Award. This award is for outstanding trainer in broadcast engineering. The award goes to Sri Narsingha Jethi, Director Engineering, Bhubaneswar. Congratulations. Our next award is Padmavati Ganeshan Award. Veterans of the organization have always been the driving force for the new generation. BES has also nurtured this idea. This award is for outstanding work in broadcasting. It is a lifetime achievement award. For this, I like to call Shri B.P. Srivastava. Shri B.P. Srivastava has now been associated with radio broadcast engineering for more than 60 years. He was associated with planning and development of superpower short-wave transmitters, introduction of multiband aerials, and development of FM. Setups in All India Radio in a big way in the late 1980s. He is called the father of FM in India. Shri Srivastava is presently working as Senior Advisor with Broadcast Engineering Consultants India Limited, a Government of India enterprise. He is honored with shawl and a certificate. Congratulations, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations to B.P. Srivastav. And now, this award also goes to Mr. S.L.K. Prasad Rao. May I request S.L.K. Prasad Rao to come forward and accept the award. Mr. L.K. Prasad Rao is with mass communication media of radio and television for over 56 years. He started his career at AIR Bhopal in 1962 when disc recording was still in vogue. He was with the Doordarshan since the year 1973 and had his training in color television at Thomson Foundation TV College, Glasgow, UK. He played a key role in CHOGM, G15, SARC summits, and hence Government of India had given an extension of service in recognition of his valuable services. Even after retirement, he continues to be very active. At the age of 77, he is the chief engineer of ETV, which uplinks 18 channels. He is now actively involved in bringing up ETV Bharat digital platform for news and entertainment. Congratulations to L.K. Prasad Rao. Once again, a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the awardees.
Thank you so much, sir, for doing the honor of award distribution ceremony.
Once again, thank you, sir, for doing the honors and presenting the awards by your pious hands. Indeed, a moment to cherish and remember for a lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest, Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore, the pride of India. Words fall short to describe his charming personality, and the contribution he's made to India also goes beyond words. From winning the Olympic silver medal for the country to being the very dynamic and able leader that he is today, Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore is a name to reckon with. He has innumerable awards and recognition conferred upon him for both delivering exceptional services during his career as an army man, for being an outstanding sports person. Having won prestigious awards and highest honors like Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna, Arjuna Award, the Sikh Regiment Gold Medal, and Atit Vishisht Seva Medal. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest of today, Honorable Minister of State for Information Broadcasting, Colonel Rajavardhan Singh Rathore. May I request you, sir, to please address the august gathering here.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. We have august presence of respected Subhash Chandra Ji, Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, who in his own words has broken rules so that the people are entertained and empowered. We of course need such people who can think out of the box and bring the future that we dream of. We also have Shri R.S. Sharma Ji here. Don't go by his gray hair. These looks can be deceptive. He's technologically very savvy. He's very high on energy. Every time he meets me and when he talks to me, he's always full of ideas as to what can be done. Of course, like Subhash Chandra Ji said, things are difficult to regulate now. We have Shri Rajiv Singh Ji, Member of Finance, and of course, Acting CEO of Prasar Bharati. I think with his background of being with the largest service provider in telecommunications, BSNL, and now with Prasar Bharati, he could synergize these two services and bring the best to the consumers. Shri George, Shri Y.K. Singh, it's indeed an honor. Today, the people who are here today are, I know, some of the faces are recognizable. And I know that there are experts from India and abroad here. The best of the minds in broadcasting sector, the experts who bring entertainment and infotainment to our houses, to our devices, are all gathered under one roof here to sit, talk together. I think nothing could be better than this, that you all come together in a very comfortable, convenient environment where the new people, the youngsters, can also understand, learn from you, learn from the exhibition that's been set up. And you all can think of newer methods of making the broadcasting sector even better. So I compliment the organizers and also congratulate them for the 30 years that you have completed today. Undoubtedly, things are changing probably faster than you all can come together to discuss. For everything, there's revenue required. And to that end, after interacting with the broadcasters and the people of the industry, we realized that we need to speed up the digitization process. And our ministry is doing just that, so that all the leakages of the revenue that should come to the broadcasters need to come to you, and there's better service available to the people who are paying that amount for the services that they are getting. These are disruptive times as well. I think it's very common, especially in the urban areas, that you have people on their devices get all the information that they need. I remember in one of the gatherings here, when Mr. Jaitley came, he mentioned that most of the news that he reads it one night before that they are published. So it's very normal, it's becoming usual for people to see things on their devices. Whether Netflix or Hotstar or Jio, most of the content in terms of the entertainment as well is very easily available on the devices. These are challenging times as well because for us, because on one hand, you have the DTH service providers who are paying a certain license fee, and then being able to broadcast what they're doing, whereas the OTT does not need anything of that sort. And they are yet able to reach as many people as possible, and probably more as the devices are on the rise. In the villages as well, I know that for sure because I come from a rural constituency, there are young people with smart gadgets with them, and all of them are able to, whether via the 2G or the 3G, are able to see the content that you all are broadcasting via the OTT. So things are changing. In fact, even the digital word that Mr. Sharma said that it's being repeatedly used, I think, Mr. Sharma, it's only because as democracy is an equalizer, digital technology and internet is also a great equalizer. Everyone with a telephone, with a mobile gadget can actually be a channel on themselves. I remember very recently I met a district collector who was having trouble with the local cable operators who were broadcasting news. And he was asking me that what about the rules that can be made to regulate them? And I said, but these are such challenging times that anyone who has a Facebook can actually live broadcast the news. And he can actually, if he's more organized, he can say that I will broadcast one at 9 o'clock, the other at 11 o'clock, then 4 o'clock, and he sets a pattern. And if he's really good, people will start getting onto his Facebook and seeing the news there. So on the lighter side, of course there's press here. Press doesn't take the lighter side so easy. They usually print everything. But on the lighter side, Modi ji has taken away the discretionary quota of the ministers, and the internet has taken the regulation by the government. So there's hardly anything left for the ministers now. But these are times that we all have to get used to it. In fact, even if you compare DD Kisan, we've, of course, government has allocated about 80 crores this year. But on the other hand, although there cannot be a literal comparison, but on the other hand, for the digital India, the government has just allocated 10,000 crores. In every village, and I'll tell you the reach. In my constituency, there are about 362 gram panchayats. 95% of the gram panchayats already have fiber optic cable right to the Atal Seva Kendra. That is the kind of reach. And I know lakhs of kilometers of underground cables have already been laid. So it's not too far away a day when the villagers will have all the data that you think you can send to them. I remember when we had a couple of years ago, an internet connection 2 Mbps used to be a big thing. Today, when you see the speed of the internet, it looks like a speedometer of your car. It goes extreme to the extreme right, 60 Mbps and 50 Mbps. That's the kind of speed that's available. But coming back to newer concepts, I think there needs to be a great amount of synergy between all these platforms to be brought together so that the consumer gets the best. And if I give the example again of DD Kisan, as I would imagine, it's just not the content that is being delivered on DD Kisan, but you need to connect that to the radio. You need to connect that information on the YouTube. And you also need to engage with them in an interpersonal communication. So imagine a scenario where you're telephoning them, they could telephone you, they could see your content on the television, but if they miss out, they could see the content on the YouTube as well. And so this whole synergy, and perhaps on the radio as well. So you need to bring all these all the platforms that are possible to synergize and take them forward. Ultimately, it's both on the consumer side and on the service provider side. I think what's important is quality, convenience, and cost. Quality of the transmission, quality of reception, convenience of the consumer to be able to see what they want to see. Of course, efficiency for you to deliver that, and the cost on the side of the consumer and on the cost on the side of the service provider. So I thank you all for inviting us here, and I wish you all the best. May you keep getting together. May you keep coming up with newer, out-of-the-box ideas like Mr. Subhash Chandra did, and wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your auspicious words and gracing the occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, moving ahead, it's a moment for the distribution of mementos. I request our Honorable Minister, Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore, to give mementos to Dr. Amol Punchiheva, congratulations, Dr. Subhash Chandra, thank you, sir. Now to Dr. Subhash Chandra. I request Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore to give mementos to Dr. Subhash Chandra. Congratulations, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. R.S. Sharma to take the memento, to receive the memento. Congratulations, sir. Now I request Mr. Rajiv Singh to receive the mementos. Congratulations, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for doing the honor. Now, for our esteemed chief guest, I request Mr. I.I. George, President of BES, to do the honor by giving the memento to Honorable Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. That was our chief guest being given memento by the President BES, I.I. George. Thank you so much, sir. Especially to our chief guests who took the trouble to give the mementos to all our guests on the dais. Thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the end of this inaugural function. May I now request Y.K. Singh, Honorary Secretary, BES, to propose vote of thanks.
Honorable Minister of State for Information Broadcasting, Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore ji, Sri R.S. Sharma, Chairman, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, TRAI, Dr. Subhash Chandra, Honorable Member of Parliament, Member Finance, Sri Rajiv Singh, Member Finance, Prasar Bharati, Dr. Amal Pachiheva, Director Technical, Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union, Sri I.I. George, President BES, distinguished delegates, colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Broadcasting technology has come a long way from analog to digital, then SD to 3D, UHD, streaming video, video over IP, 3G, 4G, DVB-T2, DAB+, OTT, LTT, and so on and so forth. And now the hybrid technology in broadcasting, integrated broadcast broadband system such as HBB TV, hybrid cast, icon combine both broadcast and broadband technologies, maximizing the benefits of combination to provide high quality, flexible, interactive and personalized service which efficiently deliver high quality and content information to a number of viewers at the same time. As such, the theme of this year's conference, Hybrid Technology in Broadcasting, New Opportunity, is very apt and appropriate. The 3 days conference session are certainly going to provide greater insights and intricacies on latest advancement in broadcasting technologies. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Broadcasting Engineering Society and on my own behalf, it is indeed a great privilege and honor to propose vote of thanks to such an august gathering in the inaugural ceremony of BES Expo 2017, the 23rd International Conference and Exhibition on Terrestrial and Satellite Broadcasting. I place on record our deep sense of gratitude to our Chief Guest, Colonel Rajbir Singh Rathore ji, Honorable Minister of State for Information Broadcasting, for blessing the occasion in spite of his very busy schedule in between ongoing budget session of Parliament. We are really thankful to you, sir, for being with us today. Your presence has added grandeur to today's function. Sir, your kind words are ever inspiring and will be great motivation for all of us to excel further in the area of broadcasting. Our sincere thanks to our guest of honor, Dr. Subhash Chandra ji, Member of Parliament, for his gracious presence and extending valuable support for the cause of broadcasting. Our sincere thanks to our guest of honor, Sri R.S. Sharma ji, Chairman TRI, for sparing valuable time for us and delivering such an enlightening speech with special emphasis on various issues related to broadcasting, digital technology, and various media platforms. I would also like to acknowledge our gratitude to Sri Rajiv Singh, Member Finance Prasar Bharati, for his kind presence. Sir, we will certainly treasure your wisdom and kind advice. Thank you very much, sir. Now I take the opportunity to thank today's keynote speaker, Dr. Amal Pachihewa, Director Technology, Asia Pacific Broadcast Union, for kindly accepting our invitation and delivering the keynote presentation in the emerging area of hybrid technology in broadcasting and new opportunities that are coming up. I would like to extend sincere thanks to DGIR, DG Doordarshan, distinguished delegates, BES Life and fellow members, senior officers of AI Doordarshan, who have accepted our invitation and given generously of their time. Your participation, I am sure, will add to depth the content and delivery in the conference session. Thank you for your kind participation, sir. It deemed it a great privilege to represent Broadcasting Society as I stand here today on behalf of all BES India members to thank all whose contribution have made the society proud, and last but not the least, to thank all of you whose efforts have made this inaugural function a truly grand success. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this occasion. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now it's the time for the inauguration of exhibition, where the manufacturers, dealers, distributors and suppliers of products, equipment, systems and services related to terrestrial and satellite broadcasting for radio and TV, as well as studio and post-production state-of-art equipment and technology is displayed in the Expo 2. I request Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore, Honorable Minister of State, Information and Broadcasting, to proceed for the inauguration of exhibition. I request dignitaries to accompany him.
This is something that is there in Lok Sabha. Assembly.
We provide the hardware and the software. So it is the control server, which is basically and then another one is launching NAB is this system. This is for complete production. If they're launching an NAB in the US, before that in India the channels are cascaded. So complete production, 8 camera feeds, 8 camera feeds. And live slow motion is built in, and with video mixer.